Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Johanna and welcome to my cozy book space. So for today's video, we're going to be going through my May anticipated releases. I have quite a few, especially on Tuesdays. I don't know what's going on and why Tuesdays are the days that all of these books come out, but let's just jump right into them. If I look down into the side, it's because I'm looking at my Google Calendar since that's where I put all of my new releases, anticipated releases. So starting off, we have 5 new releases on May 6th. First one being Heir of Broken Souls by Mads Rafferty. All I know, this is a fantasy romance, and this is actually the 3rd book in a trilogy, I believe, or it just might be like a series. I have this on my anticipated releases because this is a series that I have been wanting to read, especially for like a booktuber turned author reading blog, because I do know a couple, and so I thought that would be a really fun reading blog to do. So I have that book on my calendar just so it's on my radar. Then we have Shield of Sparrows by Devney Perry. This is going to be a fantasy romance, or maybe just a fantasy. This is going to be Devney Perry's first dive into fantasy, if you will, and I haven't read any of Devney Perry's romance, so I'm not sure if I'll get to this, but it is on my radar and I'm excited about it because I love when authors who usually write in one specific genre jump into another one and see what they can do with that. So then we have Silver Elite by Danny Francis. This is on my radar because Tammy on BookTube talked highly about this, and it sounds so interesting. And the first print edition of this book is stunning. It has like silver sprayed edges, and I have never seen one look like that. But let's look up this book because I did hear her rave about this book, but I never really looked up the details. So let's look at the blurb. It says, in the first book of a sizzling dystopian romance series. Okay, I love dystopian and I love romance. Psychic gifts are a death sentence and there are rules to survival. Trust no one, lie to everyone, and whatever you do, don't fall for your greatest enemy. Sold. That's all I needed to know. Then lastly, for May 6th, we have What Happened in Amsterdam by Rachel Lynn Solomon. I know this is a romance. I did read Weather Girl by Rachel Lynn Solomon and I loved that book and I loved Rachel's writing, so I'm super excited about this one. For May 13th, we have 4 new releases. So first one on here, I have A Curse Carved in Bone by Danielle L. Jensen. I believe this is the 2nd book in her most recent fantasy series. Then we have Can't Get Enough by Kennedy Ryan. This is going to be the next installment in her Skyland series. This is book 3. I love the cover of this one. I just love the women that Kennedy Ryan puts on her covers. They are absolutely stunning. Then we have Dream On, Ramona Riley by Ashley Herring Blake. I did read Ashley Herring Blake's Bright Falls series and I really enjoyed it, and I believe, I may be wrong, but I believe this is a spin-off from those books. It says it's a small town waitress and a Hollywood star's worlds collide in this new romance by Ashley Herring Blake. I think the cover is super cute. I always love the artist who does these covers. I do like Ashley Herring Blake's writing, and I will most likely be listening to this one on audio. Then last one for May 13th, we have This Vicious Dream by Stasia Stark. Stasia Stark is climbing up, okay? She is becoming a lot more popular. I mean, she maybe was, but to me, I feel like I've just been seeing her name and her books around a lot lately. And I believe this is a completely different fantasy series of her. It's book 1 in Kingdom of Death. This says, once I helped save a kingdom, now I'm trapped in a prison of thorns and nightmares. Yeah, I've heard many good things about A Court This Cruel and Lovely, and I'm excited to have a new release by this author. I definitely need to get to her ASAP. Then for May 20th, a couple of releases that I'm so excited about come out on May 20th. So first one being Left of Forever by Tara Dewitt. This is going to be the 2nd book following Savor It by Tara Dewitt. It's going to be about the brother, and it's a second chance romance, marriage in trouble, and I eat up, I am literally on my knees for Tara Dewitt's writing, and I actually was able to get my hands on an ARC for this book. And if you didn't know, my birthday is on May 7th. I think because I have this as an ARC, I want to do like a birthday bookish vlog, how I did, I don't know if it was like a year ago or 2 years ago. I want to do another one of like those birthday bookish vlogs and read this book in that vlog specifically, because this has been a book that I have been anticipating for the longest time, ever since she announced it. All the highlight words, all the tropes that I love is in this book, and I've seen snippets and I'm so ready, but I'm not ready. But that comes out on May 20th. Up next, we have Not Safe for Work by Nisha J. Tooley. This one is on my radar just because I saw the cover of it and I put it on my calendar because I love the cover. I think the cover is stunning. Like, look at that woman. Look at that woman. I don't know much about it, but it's a contemporary romance. Then we have Rewind It Back by Liz Tom Ford. So, first of all, I'm pretty sure I said this one comes out in April, but no, it comes out in May, and I just found that out today, and it's supposed to come out May 20th. So then we have The Night and the Moth by Rachel Gillig. Listen, this was on my radar, but now I'm like super intrigued about it because I just saw Emmy from What Emmy Reads on BookTube, her most recent 24-hour reading vlog. She read this book because she had an arc. Her reactions, her giggling, the ending, and the reactions to the ending, she sold me. Like, I'm so ready. Like, it sounded so good and so fun. So that one, now I have like my eye on it a lot more than I did. And then I have The Love Haters by Catherine Zenner. That is the last book that comes out on May 20th. This one I had no idea about before I did a little bit of a research to see if I was missing any anticipated releases or new releases that I wanted to make sure I had on my calendar. So this one's definitely on my radar, and I most likely will be listening to it on audio. And last but not least, we have some new releases, 4 to be exact, on May 27th. We have A Fate Forged in Fire by Hazel McBride. I've seen a lot of my romantasy/fantasy booktube girlies talk about this book, and so it's definitely on my radar. And then we finally have Along Came Amor by Alexis Daria. For some reason, I thought this was coming out before. Now it's coming out in May, and I thought it was gonna come out sometime after May. I never knew when this book was gonna come out. I'm pretty sure I talked about this book in a lot of anticipated releases videos, but I think this is the date. I think this is the one. I think this is written in stone. So finally, the third book in the Primas of Power series comes out on May 27th. The cover, stunning. Then we have Beautiful Venom by Rena Kent. I did not know this was coming out until I did a little bit of research. I put it on my calendar because I have read Rena Kent before and I enjoyed the book that I had read by her. But this is like a completely new series. I believe this is her dark hockey romance series that she's coming out with. So it's definitely different. I'm excited to see what Rena Kent does with this new world that she's coming out with. Last but not least, we have Problematic Summer Romance by Ali Hazelwood. Isn't it so crazy that we're getting another Ali Hazelwood book this year? I am shook. Like, she pumps these books out like nobody's business. I'm not complaining because I love Ali Hazelwood. Let's see what it says here. It says, What is Wrong meets What Feels Right in this romance set in Italy by the New York Times bestselling author of Deep End. Maya Kilgore is 23 and still in the process of figuring out her life. Connor Harkness is 38 and Maya cannot stop thinking about him. Why does that name sound familiar? Was he in Deep End? Oof, I don't know. Okay, it says, it's such a cliche, it almost makes her heart implode. Older man and younger woman. I'm eating this up already. Successful biotech guy and a struggling grad student, brother's best friend, and the girl he never even knew existed. As Connor loves to remind her, the power dynamic is too imbalanced. Any relationship between them would be problematic in too many ways to count, and Maya should just get over him. But not everything is as it seems, and cliches sometimes become plot twists. When Maya's brother decides to get married in Taormina, she and Connor end up stuck together in a romantic Sicilian villa for over a week. There on the beautiful Ionian coast, between ancient ruins, delicious foods, and natural caves, Maya realizes that Connor might be hiding something from her. And as the destination wedding begins to erupt out of control, she decides that a summer fling might be just what she needs, even if it's a problematic one. Girl, I'm in it. If Ali Hazelwood writes it, I will read it. Do these characters sound familiar? They do, but I could just literally be completely wrong. So let me know if you know if we've met these characters before, because I myself don't know. But that is the last book on my May anticipated releases, on my May new releases to keep an eye on. Let me know if I'm missing any. I would love to know to add them to my calendar. And if you want to let me know that you made it to the end of this video, then go ahead and comment a present emoji, because all of these new releases are going to be like presents in the month of May. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye, guys.